Howdy folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I have a gift request from KP, Kyle Perkins out in Beaver, Utah, and I'm doing Clay Walker's song Ordinary People. And I don't know why that title sounds so familiar, of Ordinary People. Wasn't there a song like in the 70s or 80s that it wasn't a funk song, but it might have even been semi-pop or pop, but Ordinary People, I don't know, it was in pop culture at the time anyway, I think, but not Clay Walker's rendition. I know that much because it wasn't country, the one that I know about. But KP, thank you for this gift and request, my friend, and I'm really curious to see what you're putting to me this time around because you have a way of getting me once in a while. All right, guys, here we go. Boop.
I was standing at the checkout by a rack of magazines. Cover story told about another heartbroken beauty queen, how she was getting over just one more sad affair. And as I waited for my change, you know it hit me then and there. That ordinary people have extraordinary love, a million little miracles far beneath the stars above. The greatest gift that I could ever wish for you and me is a life as ordinary as can be.
They have heartbreak too, as we know.
Some famous people had an anniversary, 5 long years together. It was Hollywood history. Now my grandma and grandpa never made no printed page, but they took the love of 57 years right to the grave. 'Cause ordinary people have extraordinary love, a million little miracles far beneath the stars above. The greatest gift that I could ever wish for you and me is a life as ordinary as can be.
Every human being is exactly the same in that regard.
Now we all like to watch, and by the time the movie ends, who of us hasn't wished to be a little more like them? But I bet every time 2 stars are breaking up, that they wish somehow, some way they were a little more like us.
I don't know about that. They just wish they weren't in pain.
Ordinary people have extraordinary love, a million little miracles far beneath the stars above. The greatest gift that I could ever wish for you and me is a life as ordinary as can be. Oh, the greatest gift that I could ever wish for you and me is a life as ordinary as can be.
Yeah, there are times for famous people, and I know this because I know some, and I know some people who are connected to famous people, but nobody knows who they are. They tend to be like the lawyers, the investment the CIOs and all this behind the scenes doing work for whether entertainers, basketball, pro athletes, actors, actresses, and such. And it is true that like folks who are very famous cannot go out in public without being, interrupted at least at dinner or what have you. And in that context, some of them are like, God, if I could just go out and not be hounded. But that's the price of fame. But in this context, of course, it was about love. And the idea being that ordinary people have, extraordinary love. And the love that people who aren't in the spotlight have is the same as the love that people in the spotlight have. We may be sitting on different couches and eating at different restaurants, but a heart is a heart. A mind is a mind. And the philosophers have talked about it for millennia. What constitutes human happiness? What constitutes virtue? And all this. And I know absolutely wonderful, beautiful, salt of the earth people who have very little. You do too. And I know some people who are salt of the earth, beautiful human beings who have a lot. And they give a lot, they share a lot. But, in a song like this, I understand what he's saying. It's like, the distractions of the spotlight, like, I see recently, just because it's on my mind, Taylor Swift and Jason Kelce, big hoopla, Madison Square Garden, all these people going there and to the wedding and all that. But now it's just the normal life begins with that person. And, Taylor's going to be out performing on the road, and that's challenging. And he's going to be doing football or whatever. Maybe he's in the booth now. I don't remember. But very busy lives. And it still gets down to how do you love, honor, and respect each other, regardless of what you have. And when you're going through a divorce, for famous folks, I feel bad for them too. I do, because I know they hurt. And because that pain is real. And whatever causes it. And the pain is real for people who don't have a lot. But so all these social dynamics that play out when it gets into different classes of people, if you will, all the different classes of people is, in one sense, I look at the individual, the two people who are together and they have their worlds to figure out. But as to Clay, his voice is beautiful, and I love the instrumentation in this, KP. I do. And I get the sense of what he's saying is that, even in this sense, you can interpret it as, even if you don't have all that fame and fortune, you absolutely are fully capable of loving fully and being loved fully and having a wonderful, happy life that doesn't include the split that he mentioned in the beginning that the people in the spotlight were experiencing. So I'm going to rate the song. I like the instrumentation a lot. It was very different in the beginning, not just that it was slow moving, because that's not different. That's, just what the song was. But the instrumentation and the chords that were struck were just unique. And then he came in with his voice, which is a true man's man country voice. And it really struck a beautiful chord, KP. The number that struck me on this was a 9.1. It's a song of hope to me. I get that the people broke up in the beginning of the song, but really he's saying ordinary people, extraordinary love. Not all of them. There are some quote unquote ordinary people who are not good people, but the quote unquote average ordinary person, absolutely fully capable of experiencing and giving love, joy, and all that. So KP, thank you for this one, my friend. It's got me thinking on so many different things now. So have a wonderful day, folks. I'm in Asheville, in North Carolina, and I'll be going sometime tomorrow. So I may be doing another reaction or two from here. Then I'll be going up to Jersey, and then I'll be back down here for a day, then over to Nashville. So have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
Far beneath the stars above, the greatest gift that I could ever wish for you and me is a life as ordinary as can be.